Hey, real estate relatives, it's your homegirl Daphne Brown with Beyond the Home Realty. Now, typically, we bring you some of the most amazing homes in the Houston suburbs, right? Okay, we're not straying too far away from that. But because we've been doing a series on the Jubilee community located in Hockley, Texas, we wanted to bring to you also the high school that is zoned to that community. And also because the kids are going back to school, we thought, oh, it's only fitting that we should do this. Plus, this high school is so freaking amazing. So today we're going to bring you behind the scenes with us as we toured the incredible Waller High School. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. This tour took about 2.5 hours, and I can tell you the entire time what was playing in my head was if I could turn back the hands of time, because I would seriously consider being a bulldog for sure. Now, this school is 620,000 square feet. It's 3 floors and it's built to serve 3,500 students. Yes. All right. Located at 31213 Waller Spring Creek Road in Waller, Texas, this school offers comprehensive academic, fine arts, and athletic, as well as career and technology programs all under one roof. Okay, Lord. So, in addition to traditional academic, athletic, and fine arts opportunities, the school offers space for students to earn over 20 industry based certifications in more than 15 career and technical education fields and more than 40 hours of dual credit college courses. VIP on me, baby, because we had the superintendent and principal of the school giving us our own personal tour.
So they'll both be taking us around. It's a pretty big group, so if you can't hear, they both have all the same information. Just try to position yourself near one of them. We'll kind of be hanging out in the back since we've heard this information before, and if they're stragglers, we'll try to keep everyone in line. I hope you're wearing comfortable shoes. We will be walking a lot, but it's a lot of really amazing information. And then feel free to ask questions at any time. And then other than that, let's get it rolling.
All right, we'll get moving. We'll give you a quick background and move tour. Waller High School is about 620,000 square feet under roof. It is built for 3,500 students, although it can handle more than that. We really don't want it to get bigger than that. And everybody goes widely to school. As you go through this building, you're going to see numerous opportunities for children. And the goal for us here in Waller ISD is when kids come to Waller, we want them to have as many opportunities and as many experiences as they can have in their high school career. Whether that be from extracurricular activities to co-curricular activities, you're going to see it's all offered here. It's designed to be a ground for the kids to explore and to develop what they want to do in life. And even if they don't find it here, we plant seeds. And hopefully as you go through these programs, you will see that. And that is our goal here, is to give them those opportunities, whether it's going on to college, whether it's going straight into the workforce. We do offer a variety of programs, everything from workforce certifications to we offer over 40 hours of dual college credit here right in this very building. They do not have to leave through Blaine College for that's including their textbooks and their classes as well. If they want to take the rest of those college hours that are not dual credit hours, they don't count for high school, but they do count for college. We have a partnership with Blinn, and if you drove down Fieldstore Road, you drove past a building that says Blinn's College Annex. They lease space at one of our buildings, and they offer those courses for kids for free at nights and weekends. So even if it's not a high school credit, and it's just a pure college credit, our kids can get that there as well for free. So that's about adding those experiences to the kids. What we're going to do is we're going to start you on the front side of the building to orient you a little bit. This is the main entrance. This is where parents drop off in the morning. There's faculty and visitor parking here in the front. This is the auditorium. You will see as we go over to the west side of the front of the building, it's the band practice area. It is a designated practice area for band only, and it ties to the band hall on this side. So we'll start through the auditorium. And what we're going to end up doing is this is a big long hallway, which you'll get a look at because we end up coming out a little further down the hallway. This here in the front, when you came in, is the administrative area. That's Mr. Oldham's office, the registrar's office, attendance clerk, nurse. all the stuff that parents will need to access normally. So they can come in and go right to those offices. And then we'll move down to the academic area and cafeteria. So let's proceed into the auditorium. Follow Mr. Oldham and myself in here.
Mm-hmm. Look. Oh.
You get to be on stage.
Let's go on stage. Let's go on stage, honey. Life is a stage. Make it yours. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Yeah.
Okay, as you were walking in, this auditorium can seat just a little under 1,000 people. Kind of an unwritten rule. Most high school auditoriums don't go over 1,000 because you have to pay residuals after you go over a certain seating capacity. And so high schools don't like to do that. But if you look at the stage in the performance area behind you, this is one of the largest performance stages in the state. There's probably only about two bigger or the same size as this. It is also the largest fly loft, tied for the largest fly loft in the state. So that means we can change scenes pretty quickly. This is everything you would see probably at the Hobby or Wortham Centers if you were down to a full theater production. All behind you is massive storage for theater. If any of you have kids that were in theater, you will realize that storage is always at a premium in theater. They have tons of props, tons of storage that they need. You'll also notice there's a garage door right there that rolls up. That actually will connect to what we call the back of the house, and we'll show you how that interconnects. If we were doing a performance of Grease, we could drive a 57 Chevy in, right off the street, right onto the stage, and this stage is engineered to be able to handle that kind of weight and perform the performance and drive it right back out. You will also notice that there are two booths. There is a booth in front and a booth in the back that has been specifically designed by lighting and acoustical engineers. If you've been in a lot of older high schools, you will notice that tends to be one booth, the glass booth behind. And if you've been in a high school performance where you can't hear the performer, and everybody's going like this, up the microphones. The reason for that is because the sound booth is behind the glass walls. They can't hear. So the sound booth has now been positioned out into the auditorium so that they can automatically adjust because they can listen and hear, so they can adjust sound on the fly. And the lighting controls are behind. So that's actually, and you will see that at a lot of your big theaters, a lot of your big mega churches now are doing them that way, and that's designed by lighting and acoustical engineers to provide a more robust experience for the people watching the show. So we're pretty happy with this, and of course we do a lot of performances here during the year. And Mr. Oldham, let's lead them into what we call black box theater, which is our smaller theater as you go into there. That's where we're going to do smaller performances. More of your student one-act plays, your student-directed plays, sometimes your comedy nights, sometimes your shorts, which they like to do to raise money for the theater program. So, Mr. Oldham?
And as you're coming this way, if you look up, you'll see our beam, from one of the original beams when we built the place, and our inaugural staff had the opportunity to sign it. So a nice little touch.
Very nice.
Sorry.
Right.
This is our black box theater.
Black
so
box
it's a smaller
theater.
theater, a little bit more of an intimate environment. We can do small things.
As people are working their way in, this is black box theater. It has all the same equipment, all the same technical aspects, all the same audio, all the same technology. Team leaders on the garage door, so we can't bring in more props into here if we need to. We have yet to bring a car into here, but you can. It is big enough, and the door is obviously engineered to be able to sustain that. And it also gives our lighting techs, this is a great place for them to start practicing lighting scenes. So it adds to the experience and also allows us to do some smaller presentations in here for theater. As you walk back down, and we're going to go back down this hallway you just came in, that's what we call back of the house. That's what the public never usually sees. It's where the mess happens. It's where we're getting ready for a musical and the kids are in costume and they're running to the locker rooms or to the changing rooms and the makeup rooms and the costume rooms and the prop rooms. That's all happening back here. While the stage performance looks seamless and calm, back here it's like a duck on the water. The little feet are just going below the water and everybody's running to do what they want to get ready for the performance, whether it's changing costumes, whether it's bringing in new props. That's all happening behind the scenes here. So as you walk down, we won't stop at every room. We don't have time. But you will see locker rooms, you will see changing rooms, you will see prop rooms, you will see costume rooms, all designed for those kids to have the full theater experience. By the way, this also ties to the band area, which we're going to go to next. So for fine arts, for theater, for band, when they bring in big musical instruments onto the stage, much, much easier. This building was designed by BOK Architects. I will throw a lot of props their way. What the greatest strength of BOK Architects was they listened to the practitioners in the building. This area was designed by 3 high school principals, along with drama teachers, band teachers, choir teachers. So every area you go in was designed by the practitioners in that area. They were brought in on the design process right from the very beginning and said, how do you want this to flow? So even the layout of the outside of the building is designed to make it easy for parents, easy for kids, easy for athletics, easy for CTE, whatever it means, easy for special education. And you'll see that as we go through the building. So hopefully you'll feel this building was very thoughtfully designed. So we'll head back down the hallway. Mr. Oldham will pick you up on the outside and take you back down towards the band.
That's dope.
We have a better one right now. We have 2. That's the old one. Okay. The new one's out actually doing production video right now.
Okay, better.
I am about to move.
Come on, little lockers. I like this. I like these new school lockers.
We will come around and we're pointing out to you on the way back on the flip side. There are band practice rooms. They are small rooms which are designed when private instructors come and want to see kids one-on-one or in a quartet or in 2s or in 3s. They're all different rooms of different size and they're soundproof. So they can go in there and they can practice with their instructor or just practice themselves, and it allows them to get that experience in a little more private environment. So we will actually show you that on the way back through. But this is the main band hall. A couple things to point out about this area. Again, behind you is the band practice area. Any band parents in here? Okay, band parents. If you're a high school principal, or you've worked in a high school, every day at 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:15, you would hear this announcement. If you drive a blue Honda Civic, license plate number 445218, please get it off the band lot, because somebody parks there and you can't go out. Nobody is allowed to park on this band lot. It is blocked off during the day. It is ancillary parking, only used for nighttime events when band is not using it. That is their classroom. You wouldn't park a car in the middle of the Algebra 1 room. You're not going to park it on the band lot. So we built actually a separate band lot just for their practice space. This is one of 3 band halls in the building. This is the main one, of course, high-powered technology and high-powered video projectors so that they can go over the band performances as they see fit. We'll pass an auxiliary band hall, and we're also going to pass what we call back of the house for band. Now, band's practicing this summer, so we're going to try not to get in their way. But I can say this, they're not the cleanest kids in the world. So when we get to back of the house, sorry guys, you're not. When we get to back of the house, I don't know what it's going to look like right now. There might be water bottles, there might be stuff all over the place, we'll see. But that's because we're entering summer band practice season, which God, if any of you have a band kid, God bless them. They practice on concrete in 100-degree heat, and it's just amazing. Our band directors do a real good job of trying to keep them cool and sheltered. But the good thing about this is there's not a long walk to the band practice area. It's 10 feet, and you're there. So coming in and out of the air conditioning is pretty easy. So we're going to go back and we're going to cut through we're going to see the auxiliary band hall. We're just going to take a look in. We're not going to go in. We're going to go through the percussion band hall. The percussion band hall is a soundproof room as far away from anything else as it could possibly be. There is a reason. If you've had a kid that plays drums and he's practicing in his bedroom, you are not sleeping that evening. The same thing here. We keep that as far away from the academic area as possible so that an English class isn't going on next to it. I was at one high school where they made the band go practice on the other end of the football field outside, the percussion kids. They don't have to do that. They have an air-conditioned space that's designed specifically for them. You also see the loading and unloading areas. You will notice there with roll-up doors so 18-wheelers can back up. We can't show you, Chris, our other 18-wheelers off doing production video I saw online. So we have two 18-wheelers and tractors, cab and trailer, that we own for the band. So when they roll up, they have a brand new one. It is off doing a production video shoot as an advertisement for Waller ISD band. So it's not here today, but if you go online and you go to Waller High School Band Facebook page, you'll see the video. It is awesome. It really, when they roll up, it's impressive. And it really showcases the greatness.
Went to Lamar High School.
So we'll proceed with
Percussion. Sorry.
I have never seen such small camp.
Oh.
Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can put it on your phone. You can put it on your phone so you can see it bigger, but yeah.
But we'll just go turkey cake.
Really?
My son already makes where everybody else will walk away. And so
That's probably like the area for trades, like taking kids to trade. Yeah, yeah. That's what it looks like.
Our shop wasn't this fancy.
No, it was not.
I know. Definitely not.
How long has Waller the school been open?
We opened up 22, 23 school year, so this is our second school year.
This is the second.
In this building.
How old is this
About
school?
18 months. 2
Is
years
it-
old. About 18 months.
Okay, where you are now, as you can see, we are out at the band hall, unless bands change quite a bit. You are in what we call the dirty side of CTE, which is basically your welding, your HVAC, your carpentry, your plumbing, your electrical. All of those are certification areas here at Waller High School. I will talk a little bit about certifications as we go through this entire tour. Last year, 60% of the graduating class of Waller High School graduated with an industry certification of some kind. That could have been in manufacturing, could have been in welding, could have been in electrical, could have been in carpentry, could have been in plumbing, it could have been in the medical program, could have been in certified nursing, could have been in phlebotomy, could have been in pharmacy tech, could have been in medical cardiology or medical electrician. There's a ton of medical programs. It could have been in cosmetology, it could have been in culinary, it could have been in business. We have a lot of population in the marketing and business. And you'll see all those programs going through today. Many of our kids participate in these programs. And I was wondering why all our kids didn't participate in these programs. I think it's how we calculate GPA here more, and that's the point average. Many kids calculate every portion of the high school into your GPA. We do not. We calculate by 4 and 4 months. So that's science, social studies, history, or contact, social studies, and foreign language. They count your GPA. So allows kids to take a allows kids to be in athletics, allows kids to be in And we're looking for someone who's well-rounded, can work with others, who is also articulate and smart. And that's what we're producing for them today. And hopefully you'll see that. I say this, we have tons of labs. In every lab, this is a lab. It is paired with 2 classrooms. So as you go through some of our classrooms, and we're going to hit a variety today, you will notice everything is mobile. Furniture is movable. Why? Because the education environment should be dynamic. It shouldn't just be rows and desks all day long. Think about it, if you sat in a cubicle all day long and weren't allowed to talk. I don't know how many adults would stay quiet. So the idea is to create a dynamic learning environment for the kids. We have a strong partnership with Daikin Manufacturing down the road, on multiple levels with Daikin, by the way. Daikin is a true partner to the school district, but we have many business partners. Burkhart Compression, a legacy business partner. There are tons of them out here that really value the schools. Daikin has a partnership where part of our welding program, Daikin has a brazing department, which if you dealt with air conditioner coils, it's the fine, I'm not doing it justice. If Daikin would hear, they would slap my hand for saying this. It is the fine welding of the components in the AC copper. And so what we do is we actually teach brazing as part of this program. And every year, a bunch of kids go to Daikin and start off at a very high-paying job in the brazing department, and they don't necessarily have to go through the training at Daikin. They come into them training. So what we do is any kid that accepts a job with Daikin after graduation, we do a signing, just like a college signing for athletics. Balloons, Daikin hats, paperwork, pictures, the whole bit, add the Daikin banner, and it's a great partnership. Now on the flip side, Daikin also sponsors what we call an exchange program for our kids. So every year our kids apply, our juniors, going to be seniors, apply, and Daikin will take them to Japan for 2 weeks. And they will fly into Narita, they'll tour Tokyo for a couple of days, then they will go down to Osaka to Daikin's business headquarters. And they will tour Daikin's business headquarters in Osaka that are hosted by Daikin. And then they will go back to Narita and to Tokyo and fly home, in most cases. This year there was something called a computer glitch, and their flight couldn't leave Tokyo last Friday. So what did Daikin do? They took the whole crew to Disneyland in Tokyo, and they took them out to 5-star dinners, and they went to shrines and temples and did a bunch of sightseeing. So they got 3 extra days of sightseeing. I say this because I feel like I'm a proud parent, because this group of kids that went, I was part of the interview process. It's an awesome group of kids, but I will also throw a little sunshine. I was very proud to send this group because one of them was Mr. Williams' son, Trent Holman, who I didn't even know was interviewed. And by the way, the CEO from Daikin Japan flew in to lead these interviews. Wow. So Daikin really places education very high up and is a great supporter of the district. But we have a variety of fantastic business partners. And it's programs such as the Daikin Exchange Program, the Daikin Scholarship Program, that really help our kids proceed through their educational career. So we're not going to hit every lab all the way down, but as we walk, just understand HVAC, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, welding. What else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing electrical. I mean, it's different. Fabrication.
Most of the trades.
Yeah, you
Most
name
of the
it.
trades.
We do it, we teach it, we certify it. As I said, 50% of the seniors last year graduated with industry certification.
How many? What'd you say?
60%.
60%. Okay.
The answer is that we have our student entry. So at this time, we do not have the student interest in that particular area, but if
We
that
built it.
becomes a thing, we have it available for our students.
If you look, there's a building off the side that has a paint booth for auto body, and it has the garage bays. The question is, are we still going to be repairing automotive engines, or are we going to be repairing computers? So that's going to be the question. So that program, we haven't had the interest, but when it does kick, we have the facility ready to go. 6 years ago, they bought it. We're living it.
I know.
As you walk by, we'll take a look in here. Can we go? For band parents, it's always good. This is the band practice room.
Thank you so
Before you
much.
look into any of the rooms you want to look into, you will notice there's a couple features in all the rooms. One, obviously, they're acoustically designed, but there's also windows in every door and a camera in every room. I have no idea why.
Of course. Right. Exactly.
Been a principal a long time. I know band kids.
Oh, they're all the same.
So you come in and take a look. They're all different sizes. I think this one says it all. Might stay on, no sleeping.
Okay. Come on, Robes. Choir. Maybe it's not even at it, but we'll figure it out. Come on, keyboard.
By the way, the design of this high school, part of it was to give every program and every kid their own personal space. Kids need a safe space. They need a place where they feel like they belong. And you will see that as we go through. You're going to see all the different programs where we've actually designed different spaces in for them. There's 3 vagabonds of a high school program. And you will notice they're usually cheerleaders are always looking for a place to practice. The wrestling team's always looking for a place to practice. And the ROTC kids are always looking for a place to practice. Have you been to a high school where you go into the cafeteria and there's ROTC, wrestling, and cheerleading trying to fight for that space at the end of the day? You will not have that problem here. We've designed practice spaces in for all of those areas. So, and of course, the band space is phenomenal. And if you have people that are in band, and tell them to come out here and tour it, and we have job applications if they want to apply. We'll go right back out this hallway, and Mr. Oldham will lead you back down to the main hallway, and we'll orient you again to see where you are.
They have a cosmetology center here?
You're not going to believe it.
Oh my
My
God.
wife graduated from high school and got her license in cosmetology. And had to put herself in college. And I was touring this building with her before, and I said, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. She was
That's dope.
you're going to be
Wow.
but all that in cosmetology.
Wow, that's amazing.
Unbelievable.
That's
So
amazing.
here's the main hall.
Oh, this the I like
There was the front of the door where y'all
that's
came
the
out.
front? Okay.
We were just left.
Okay.
You know, this is a quarter of the building that you just went.
Oh my God.
That's just it.
Sheesh. I'm already tired if I'm a student. All the students must be fit.
Some of the police segues that I can
Yeah, I understand that.
So we're going to proceed down to the main hallway, and we're going to go into the cafeteria and show you kind of the design there.
Cafeteria, let's go.
Are you filming the whole time?
Yeah.
Who are you filming
Yeah.
for?
Me, my YouTube channel.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
My name is Corey. Come to Tri-Point Jubilee. Let's go.
Okay, all right. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Give the people your
That was
number.
my ad right there.
Give me your number.
713-854-4079. Come visit. Jubilee is a different community. So
It is
we look
different.
forward to seeing you.
It is different. I love it. Different in a good way. I love it.
I need to find some more cameras.
It's a lot around here.
Free advertising.
There are a lot around.
Oh, it's bigger. These two
Okay, now what is this? This is part of the lunchroom or what? Or is this it?
What we had was great in the past, it wasn't going to be great for kids. So now it does turn out the old high school that we converted into a middle school brings a lot of niceties that a normal middle schools don't have. You know, but both our middle schools now have niceties that normal middle schools don't have because we renovated and converted old buildings into these brand new. Waller Junior High, which is where Jubilee is currently zoned for middle school, is completing its second phase of construction, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's phenomenal. Most middle schools don't have auditoriums. They don't have the athletic capacities that these schools have, simply because they were once high schools. So that Waller Junior High will begin the third phase of construction with all new athletics. And we'll begin those in December because we got to wait for something called football to be over. That's a big thing here. Right. And then Schultz is beginning. It's our other junior high next door. They're beginning their third and final phase of renovations, which is a new ceiling grid and total roof system. But everything inside has been completely gutted and remodeled. Okay, welcome. This is one of our cafeterias. This is what we call the small cafeteria. The reason it is broken into two spaces is a variety of reasons. One, this building is used a lot. So a lot of meetings occur at night, a lot of banquets occur at night, and you need spaces. So what we're able to do at night is we're able to close this sound curtain, have a banquet in here, and have a banquet in there, in the big one. So during the day, this is open to kids. You can eat in here, you can eat in there. It is not relegated by grade level. We don't send seniors into here and everybody else over there, or ninth graders into here. It's some people just like a quieter space to eat lunch. And this is a little quieter space to eat lunch. It is serviced by the same cafeteria, and you'll notice that when you go out, it's just an L. It also, in the morning, a lot of kids like to come in. If you notice, this is kind of the Waller Starbucks. They make lattes, espressos, stuff like that. That is for charge, okay? But all breakfast is free to all students in Waller ISD. So they can go here and get breakfast. That's free. If they want a latte or something or a hot chocolate, that you got to pay for. That is a fundraiser for them. So they usually post a little menu. They have a little menu board over there, and you can get whatever you want. So a lot of people like to come in here in the morning, have a little quieter area. Some kids like the bigger area. By the way, our cafeterias are what we call destination cafeterias. The only reason for you to come here is to be in the cafeteria. It is not a pass-through cafeteria. I'm not going to cross it on my way to athletics or on my way to English. Your intent is to come here to eat lunch, eat breakfast, or eat dinner. We serve 3 meals a day here. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Both breakfast and dinner are free to anybody, any student in the district that happens to be here. Lunch is on a need basis, okay? And the reason we serve dinner, we have a ton of kids that stay after for extracurriculars and for tutoring and for club activities. And they come down, and if you come down here at about 3 o'clock, 3:15 in the afternoon, this is filled with band kids who are getting ready to go to band practice, and they're having a turkey sandwich, chips, milk, and a piece of fruit. And it's a long day when you eat lunch at noon and you don't get home till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So that's why we serve dinner. Dinner is served between 3:15 and 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So you'll see football players in here. You'll see band kids in here. You'll see student council. You'll see tutoring kids in here. You'll see a variety of kids in here getting lunch. Usually we feed about 100 to 200 per day for dinner. That's not a lot, but it is open for anybody. And we think that's a very valuable thing for the high school.
Yes, it is.
And of course, breakfast is
Yes, it
obviously
is.
free. And of course, we have the niceties as well for a little extra charge. So the reason we say this is destination, it cuts down on kids loitering, it cuts down on things happening. You're coming here for lunch. When you go into the main cafeteria, you'll notice the restrooms are in the cafeteria. You don't have to leave the cafeteria to go to the restroom. It's right here. By the way, right across the hallway when you go out, you'll see that red round room right there with the windows in it. That is the College and Career Counseling Center. Any kid at lunchtime can walk over there. It is manned with counselors and career advisors that can go over there and talk to them about a university, talk to them about a particular career or a career path, that is available. And behind that is the media center or library, which we'll get a chance to go through when we swing back around. Okay, so let's cut through this door. Chris, take me to the main one. Yes, ma'am.
So you started with June.
We started with everybody because we closed the old high school and we just moved them over here.
Okay, got
We
it.
closed the old high school, remodeled the old high school into a middle school,
It's gonna be the middle school.
and
Okay.
it's great for middle school. This is brand new, 22, 23 schools. They're 2 years old.
It's been good for them. Very, very good.
So your first graduating class.
The old
is-
one's in middle school now, with a lot of niceties because it was a high school.
First graduating class is next year.
Well, technically, it's the same.
Well, yeah, because you just moved them over. Okay, yeah.
We don't really track that because.
Okay. Yeah, because you did it last year.
Yeah.
Because you just moved everybody. Okay.
And we
Well,
do
that was good for people.
graduation in our football field right here.
That was really good that you did that
Yeah.
because now you don't have to worry about leaving friends behind and all
No, and the old high
rezoning
school,
and
the
all
old high
that,
school is a great building. You drive by it; it's a pretty building. It just didn't have all the offerings we wanted
that
to
you
offer.
needed. This is a lot. I love it.
And we're not
I mean,
even-
y'all thought of everything.
We hope so.
Yeah.
There's a couple things we forgot. I won't tell you what they are. We're adding them.
Okay.
Because, even after the...
Don't release your secrets. Yeah.
This is the main cafeteria. We run 4 lunches a day. You'll notice that the bathrooms are in the cafeteria. And, of course, a lot of people like to point out we have microwave banks in all corners of... back in my day, Mom just sent you to school with a peanut butter sandwich and said good luck. If she sent you with that. Today we have microwave banks because you can't eat that food cold.
Right.
So we try to add a little bit of the niceties. You'll notice also throughout the high school, you'll see a lot of video display boards all over the place. These video display boards serve a variety of purposes. One, they communicate messages throughout the day to the kids that are up on all the panels throughout the school, so we can change those messages anytime we want. Some days it's just weather, but in the sense of an emergency situation, it also conveys emergency information to every display board in the building, including the classrooms. So we could actually send a message to a particular classroom via their display board. So if I just want to send it to classroom 104, I can. If I want to send it to the whole building, I can. So it allows us, these video boards are a key component of our crisis management plans. And by the way, our safety and security all ties in together. We have a very robust safety and security apparatus here. I will tell you, no safety and security apparatus is perfect. I can tell you that we've been audited by the state of Texas for the last 2 years, our whole district as a whole. And what they do is, anybody know how they do safety and security audits? They show up randomly during the day and they try to get into your school without you knowing it. We have never been breached. Nobody has ever made it past our security perimeter, which is a good thing. And we hope to keep our record going. We're very proud of that. We have partnerships with both Waller County Sheriff's Office and Harris County Sheriff's Office, so you will see both deputies on our campuses. They work together very seamlessly because we are split by jurisdictions. Does anybody know what county you're in right now? You are in Harris County. Yes, Harris County goes all the way to Fieldstore Road, and then that big point of Harris County on the map goes all the way out to 1488. And so you are in Harris County for about 51% of Waller ISD. You were in Waller County for about 49% of Waller ISD. So the partnerships between the law enforcement agencies is critical. And we've got a great partnership. We meet with them monthly. We have deputies and SROs on all our campuses. We are one of the few schools that actually has a certified police officer on every campus. This campus actually has 2 and at critical points in the year 3 on campus. We also do employ security monitors on campus, and their job is to basically check the perimeter of the school, making sure all doors are locked so that we don't have a situation like happened in Uvalde. So that's the security. Security monitors aren't walking around giving kids tickets. They're walking around making sure the building is secured. Because if you know anything about children, they will prop a door open anywhere they get a chance. So we guard against that as well. So safety and security is a very high priority. We also passed a bond in 2022, which allocated over $13.2 million for safety and security upgrades throughout the district. And those upgrades are ongoing right now at all our campuses. Our safety and security team also applied for a grant for the state of Texas for security upgrades. That grant was $14.2 million. So we're almost doing almost $30 million in safety and security upgrades, some of which you will never see, because a lot of it is technology and being able to stop somebody at the perimeter before they get here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we have a very robust and our Chief Executive Director of Safety and Security, Jamie Woodall, is considered one of the leaders in the state on how to prepare for crisis management. So we're very proud of her, and we're very proud of the direction the district has taken in that general area. But hopefully you'll see a little bit of that as you go through the building. And you also see it's hard to get on our grounds during the school year without us knowing. So we'll proceed out. Chris, we're going to athletics next? All right. And we have a very supportive community when it comes to education.
Oh my God, I love this. Yay! Go Bulldogs!
Across the gym is the home side bleachers. If you notice, there's a few design features with this gym. First of all, it's a sunken floor. And you go, why is it a sunken floor? It prevents auxiliary coaching from the stands. As you know, some parents like to give a lot of advice while their kids are on the court. This allows us to control the court a little bit better and allows our coaches to actually maybe coach in a little bit of peace. The door you entered, we're going to come back out, we're going to circle back around to that hallway. That is the athletics hallway. Again, just like band head back of the house, theater head back of the house, that is athletics back of the house. That is their locker rooms, their training rooms, their weight rooms. It is the referees' locker rooms. We have 2 referee locker rooms on this hallway as well. The parking for visiting teams when they come to play us in basketball, volleyball, whatever is in this gym, is on the west side of the school over here. The referee parking is on the west side of the school over here. The parent parking is on the south side of the school over here.
That sounds planned.
Yeah, it's kind of planned. So that way we just don't have those problems with referees being accosted after games. We don't have that problem with a visiting team being harassed by fans. You can design out so many problems if you're just thoughtful in the design. So we will actually swing through. This is the main gym. It is 2 stories, so there is an elevator that will take you up to the 2nd story by ADA. And we'll go out into the main gym lobby where the fans would come in. You'll also see the TV monitors in the main gym lobby. While a volleyball game is going on or a basketball game is going on, guess what those monitors are playing? The game. So while you're getting your concessions, you can watch the TV. And it also supplies information to parents as well and visitors. So
Very nice.
Follow Mr. Oldham. So depending on where you're going to come in the building, you get more time.
Oh, I was talking about like, they're outside.
Oh, they're outside?
Outside, how long it would take? I like that.
Okay, once we get you all in the lobby, we'll do some explanations here because you can see some things from here. This is the main lobby of the gymnasium. Obviously, you can see concessions and monitors, but everybody is looking outside right now. So you're looking at the football stadium. The football stadium this summer is undergoing a major renovation, this hasn't been. We do have a corporate sponsor that has achieved naming rights to the stadium. Our board approved the contract last month, and that stadium will be transitioning to its new name as Daikin Stadium. That is a sponsorship, so many of the upgrades to the stadium are coming because of our partnership with our sponsors, including Daikin. Brand new scoreboard going in this summer. If you drive down as you're leaving, if you leave this road or you drive around back, you will see they are drilling the piers for it right now. It is much larger than the current scoreboard there right now. It is 56 by 36 feet, which would place it larger than Woodforest Bank Stadium and larger than Tom Ball's Stadium. 2,200 square feet. It's like a house. And it will be going up there, and that will be the new scoreboard. There'll also be major renovations. We'll be rebranding the stadium, so there'll be new signage, Daikin coming in, new branding of all that of the stadium as well. New lighting system going in. It's going in as a brand new lighting system. So it'll be that lighting system. As you know, you just don't buy lights anymore. You buy lighting systems, which now can flash on and off and do different colors and do all that cute stuff. So it's going to be a brand new branding of the stadium. Thanks to our corporate partners. That is critical to develop those relationships. You will also see a ton of construction going on over here, and you're probably like, hey, what is that? There's a number of things there. One, you will see, first of all, this building that these guys are on top of the roof over there, that is the bus wash. That's a car wash. So our buses can come back, get off their routes. That's where they enter. They can go through the wash, get washed, and go park. Next to that, moving to the west, is a new agricultural facility for Waller High School. And I say for Waller High School, I want to be very specific in that. They're like, is this a district ag facility? No, it is not. It is an ag barn, ag arena for Waller High School. We will not have a district ag facility. Ag facilities will be built with every high school. That way kids are not having to drive all over Creation to go feed their animal at 4 o'clock in the morning before school, or at 8 o'clock at night after school after they finish practice. I say this because many districts have massive district ag facilities, and that's great if you're the high school next to the district ag facility. But we are 328 square miles of district. To put it in perspective for you, Cy-Fair is 164 square miles. If we did a centralized district ag facility, some kids would be on the road for over an hour. And we don't want that, so we're actually building it there for them. That is about a $15 million, don't hold me to the price, it's $15 million facility. It will be completed in January of 25, so this school year will be completed. The new transportation center, which is going in back here, will house 225 buses and 10 repair bays. It will be all-inclusive. It will be the main transportation center for the district, but we know in the future it will not be the only transportation center in the district. So we plan on building satellite transportation centers with every high school to just handle that high school, middle school, elementary school zones. So that way buses aren't having to come great distances to get to the kids. They'll be based there. This will be the main facility where the director will be housed, the assistant director, but we will be building satellite facilities with every high school as we grow. On the other side of that, you will see another building going up. That is the new Educational Service Center. That will house all our curriculum, special education, bilingual, food service, maintenance, child nutrition, administration, communications, technology, all in one pot. So it's one-stop shopping for parents, or it's one-stop shopping for people that come to visit the district. On the front half of that, on Field Store Road, is Elementary 8. And that is being built, and that will open in the fall of 25. I should also tell you right now, we have 2 elementaries opening up in the fall of 24. One in the Delrose subdivision is opening right now in Arlington Farms, and one in the Bridgeland subdivision in Prairie Lane is opening this fall. We also are going to bond in November. I say that in August, I am putting on the agenda to ask our board to call for a bond in November, so I'm speaking a little out of turn, because they actually have to call for the bond, but we did the bond meetings with the community in the spring. We bring in 60 community members to talk about bond, and in that bond, we're asking for a new high school, a new junior high, and 2 new elementaries, along with more money to buy more land, And I will tell you, we've purchased land in Bridgeland, we've purchased land in Johnson Development, we've purchased land in Concourse Development, and we're in the process of purchasing other land in other parts of the district as well. I will tell you, both Bridgeland, Johnson, and the Grand Prairie have been wonderful partners with us. We hope to continue those partners, because I'm a strong believer in community schools. And the less the kid has to travel, the better. And at the rate Waller is growing, it's only a matter of time. If the bond passes in November, if the bond, and remember, I'm always going to use the word if, because there's people recording. If the bond passes in November, we plan on hopefully getting high school 2 on the ground in the fall of 28. It takes about 3 years to build a high school. It's just construction time, guys. To build a facility like this, it takes about 3 years. We did this one in 2.5 years. Could we do the next one in 2.5 years? Very possible, very possible. But I don't want to guarantee that. And so that high school will most likely be on the southeast side, between the Bridgeland and Johnson communities. That's where we're looking right now. So we feel very positive about that, but again, it's up to the taxpayers. We've had a wonderful taxpayers here in Waller ISD. They really support it. By the way, this bond cycle, we did a bond in 2015, 2019, 2022. This will be 2024. All of those bonds were passed, all 3 of those bonds were passed with no tax increase. This bond will be passed with no tax increase. So I would like to make that note to the taxpayers. By the way, I think the reason we've had good success, in 2015 we told the taxpayers there's going to be no tax increase and this is what we're going to build. We did that. In 2019, we said to the taxpayers, we're going to build this school, and we're going to do these renovations, and we're going to improve all our other schools and bring them up to standard, and there'll be no tax increase. We did that. In 22, we told them we're going to do these things. We're doing them, and there's been no tax increase. And in 24, we're telling them we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, and there will be no tax increase. So I think it's that historical record that plays very well with our taxpayers, because we said what we're going to do, we do what we said. So we feel very positive about it, but that is what's going on back here. You see all the dirt. There's also land allocated on this site for other facilities in the future as needed. And I say that, but why is that important? I don't know if you put anything with concrete on the ground these days, but Harris County Flood Control is going to want to have chalk on it. So this whole site has been declared by Harris County impermeable, which means we've allowed for enough detention and enough pass-through that we can build what we want in the future without getting any tussles with flood control. So that's kind of that plan. I don't know if we ever will build those sites, but it's nice to know we've got the spots for them on our plans right here. All right, we'll continue into the auxiliary gym and we'll move forward. Chris, you got it. You know, I got to give complimentary softball when we first opened. We were playing with the kids high school softball game. And they're like, I don't know. No balls. This Katie does that.
I have a baseball.
Okay, we're just going to do a walk through this gym. We're not going to stop and talk. We're going to continue on. I just wanted to show you the space. This is where a lot of freshman games are played. A lot of JV games may be played. Varsity obviously plays in the big gym.
Thank you. Okay, honey. Okay, baby. Okay. I'm about to do this Janet Jackson 8 count in this mirror. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna do the Janet Jackson 8 count.
Welcome to the dance cheer gym. This gymnasium is the home of our dance team and our cheerleading squad. Although we did put basketball hoops in because of basketball hoops, although some of our cheerleaders are pretty good. If you'll notice, you'll see the dance bar behind you. You'll see the mirrors in front of you. If you look over to this end, this is the dance and cheerleading locker rooms and coaches' offices. This up here is the observation deck for the sponsors, so they could check on spacing of routines. Very seldom do you see a space this large for dance and cheer. If you notice, the cheerleading mats are here. This is their space. They don't have to carry those to the cafeteria. They don't have to go outside to practice. They can get it all done here in a nice, safe, air-conditioned environment that is just theirs. So this has kind of been important that we do that. We'll pass through a lot of people. If you've had cheerleaders or you've had dance team, you know that space is always at a premium for them. Even for dance, most dance rooms aren't big enough for them to spread out like it is for Friday night's game to see what the routine's gonna look like. This gym is big enough to do that. And it's also, and if you've ever tried to practice cheerleading outside and stunt in the hot weather with slippery hands, it's a danger. In here, it's safe, it's controlled, it's a good environment for them. We're gonna go out this door right here and we're gonna head down this hallway.
Okay, training.
Oh, wow.
State of the art. And it smells really good.
I'll also tell you, this is small.
This is small. This is the small weight room. Niquay, this is a small one. Okay? This is better than 24-hour fitness. Planet Fitness too. This is nice.
Come on, everybody, come on. We're gonna go back out these doors down here, so we'll walk all the way in.
I want to come back to school. Like I really want a do-over. I want a do-over.
We rewind time.
Yeah.
Okay, as you enter, you are entering the indoor training facility. This is the indoor training facility. So most of our indoor sports, basketball, wrestling, some of the other sports, I'm trying to think of all the indoor sports, I'm blanking. This is their weight room. There is also another weight room or training room in the field house, which is for our outdoor sports, soccer, football, stuff like that that train over there. So there is, when you pass on Waller Spring Creek, you will see a big field house. That is the football field house, but it's also the main training room. It is also for athletic medicine is out there, but also athletic medicine is in here as well. And we'll show you that room as we move down the hallway. So as you move through, just understand this is just one of two. This is slightly smaller than the one outside, simply because those ones outside are bigger sports, more numbers. So this is the indoor athletic training area. We'll take you to the wrestling room next.
I like it. Yes, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you so much. All right, wrestling. Now we're talking. Ooh. Ooh. This is nice.
Okay, as you come in, if you've been in any school with the wrestling program, they usually roll these mats out in the cafeteria or gym or wherever they can find space. This, by the way, all of these rooms kind of are locker rooms on this hall. So this is truly a dedicated athletic space. Their new mats are right there. They have to put those down. They're still operating with their old mats. We do very well in wrestling. Matter of fact, we've had number 6 in the state in wrestling. You would think, you go, what's his name? Well, actually, her name was Jimenez.
Come on.
And she was absolutely, matter of fact, our girls in wrestling in 2 sports have really, well, 3 sports have really kicked a lot of butt. Wrestling and powerlifting.
Come on, girls.
And then softball. So we do very well in those 3 sports, especially on the girls' side. So this space is kind of crucial because if you're going to have a wrestling program, you need to have a defined wrestling area. And anybody that wants to try to do the paperwork will come back and you can do those things.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Baby, oh Lord, I can walk this much when I was in school.
Is this one working well?
This, oh yeah, I love
Do
it.
they have the, what's that called? The stability functions.
The stability,
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
So
yeah,
even though you shake, it will.
it'll stabilize your shots, just like your phone.
Keep coming around. Whirlpools are on the far wall there.
Oh,
We'll
training.
explain what the concept behind this is.
While we wait on the others to join us, we want to go ahead and walk you through this hydrotherapy and rehab room, but also give you an overview of what we've seen thus far here on our tour at Waller High School. So we've walked through the auditorium, the black box theater room, the main band hall, the welding and fab labs, the band practice rooms, the small and large cafeterias. We've walked through the largest gym, which is where varsity plays, as well as the auxiliary gyms, one where freshmen and JV play, and then the other dedicated two-story gym to dance and cheer. We've also walked through the indoor training facility, also known as the smaller weight room. And now we're about to learn more about this rehab room.
Okay, as you come in, this is the indoor athletic rehabilitation room. So basically what happens in here, if a student gets hurt, doesn't make a difference what sport. Somebody asked me, is this football? No. We do have another training room in the field house. This is for outdoor sports. This is for indoor sports. But if an outdoor sport athlete gets injured and he needs to have hydrotherapy or rehab during the day, he can come in here or she can come in here because their health plan is in here. And our trainers will work them through their health plan. So what does that mean? If a volleyball girl gets hurt on Friday night, let's say she twists her knee, possible ACL tear. We have partnerships with, on our athletic training side, with Methodist, Houston Methodist. So if the parent elects to see a Houston Methodist physician, and that's strictly up to the parent, elects to see a Houston Methodist physician. By the way, Houston Methodist is on the sidelines for the games in the gyms. So they get hurt, they go see a Methodist orthopedic. The Methodist orthopedic puts the rehab plan in his computer. That links with this computer. Our trainers see it. They see the schedule. They know when the kids should be here, when they should get ice, when they should get hydrotherapy, when they should get rehab. They'll bring them in here. They know what kind of taping to do if the kid's cleared to play. If you go to another doctor outside of Methodist, which is completely fine to do, we have a bunch of friends at Memorial Hermann, and I'll explain that rivalry in a minute. That doctor will write up a plan, print it, and it will come, and our trainers will input it into here with your name on it. So it doesn't make a difference. We have two of these rooms, both in the field house and here. They are manned by student trainers as well as two full-time trainers, and then we have orthopedics on call from Houston Methodist at any time we need them. So it is a really great partnership with Houston Methodist. We also have a partner with Memorial Hermann, and Memorial Hermann handles all our certified nursing assistants. They do all the rotations at Memorial Hermann Cypress. Memorial Hermann, their president or their vice president of Memorial Hermann, Jerry Ashworth, would love to have the athletic training program under Memorial Hermann. And then the CEO of Methodist would love to have the CNA under Methodist. And the funny thing is, Jerry and I go back about 10 years when they first started planting the seeds of building a Methodist Memorial Hermann out here. So I've known Jerry for a long time. And I found out the CEO of Memorial Hermann is a former student of mine on a tour of Waller High School. He said, well, I went to this high school. And I said, really? I was an assistant principal there. He goes, yeah, I know, Miss Moran. So both of them are kind of vying for our business. And right now we split it. Maybe in a year or two, it might flip. I don't know. We're just going to have to see how that plays out. But they both hospitals out here provide top line of service to it. If anybody gets hurt and they go to Memorial Hermann, I call Jerry. Jerry will personally go visit them in the hospital as the president of Memorial or vice president of Memorial Hermann System. So it is a great relationship we have with the hospital systems. And I think the level of care a student gets today compared to what we did 15 years ago or 10 years ago, it's unparalleled. I mean, the whole training plan's in here. Our trainers work with it. And I say this because I am the dad of a physical therapist. And she knows what we do here, and she just is floored because she works in the Dallas region, and she works with the Dallas Wings, if anybody knows who they are. She's one of the physical therapists for them. So she's totally impressed with what we do here at this high school, and I think it shows to the need and the care of kids. And that's why I bring you into the small room, because I want you to understand that what they're going to get taken care of here when they come here. So now we got a long walk back down the hallway. I will show you also the littlest details. We're not going to go in. You'll see all the different locker rooms, some coaching rooms. There's team rooms where the coach can bring their team in, pull up the video. You'll see those. One of them has "We Are Waller" on the glass for a little bit of privacy. You also see 2 referee rooms. It's really interesting in those referee rooms. There's a little clock up there and it does not tell time. Both locker rooms have this little clock that does not tell time. You know what it tells the referees? When to be back on the court. If you've ever been in a high school gym and you see a referee about halfway through halftime and they're like, that's what they're doing. They're checking the time. They don't have to do that here. It hooks to the scoreboard. So they know exactly when to come back out. It's just the little touches. Come on.
Now let's move on to what we've learned. And we learned so much, and I can't believe we were able to get a lot of this in part 1 of our Waller High School video. But we learned about the plans for the Ag Arena and the Ag facility. We learned about the future district transportation center and satellite offices where they're going to be located. We learned about the future of education services building, future plans for the new Waller ISD schools, bonds, bond programs, land acquisitions, the school security measures. We learned about the new name of the football field and who acquired rights to that. Watch the video so you can check that out. And we learned that the school serves 3 meals every weekday. All right, so they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we learned that breakfast and dinner are free to all of the students within the school district. And free lunch is based on a needs basis. This seems like the perfect spot to stop our tour of Waller High School for the first part of our video. But because there's so much to see and so much available to the students, we will be back next week with part 2. If you have any questions regarding Waller High School or any of the homes and communities that Waller High School serves, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, because we're here for all of your real estate needs and always ready and willing to enable you to find your way home.